Hi, this is Trey Passer, and this is my video response to Rossi Boy's movie tag part two. I guess he watched Robin's video that she did, and then he made up his own tags. So I'm going to answer his questions in my video response. And thank you, Rossi Boy, a great fellow YouTuber who we share a channel, Horoscope 101. Okay, check it out. Okay, and he asked how many questions did he ask? He asked 12 questions. Okay, and I'm going to try to answer them quickly so this video doesn't drag out, and I can upload this tonight. Okay, movie tag part two. I know he tagged other people in this video, so I'm going to just do my questions. Okay, what film inspired you? Well, I'll go with a couple of films that inspired me. There was a movie called Lucas, about starring Corey Haim, about a young nerd, a guy, played by Corey Haim, who meets a older girl. I think he's 14, she's like 16. He meets her over the summer when before school starts, and they become fast friends. And of course, then once school starts, everything changes. And it's just a great slice of life, a great growing up movie about first love and heartbreak and everything else. And Lucas, that movie should be on Blu-ray. I don't think it's on Blu-ray. No, but it's just a fantastic movie, and it's a shame what happened to Corey Haim. He's a great young actor. Okay, Heathers, I absolutely love that movie. Kristen Slater, who does his best Jack Nicholson impression in that movie. Winona Ryder. It's just a fantastic movie about high school and the extremes. I think this is high school to the extreme, and it's just a fantastic movie. Really made me love Kristen Slater as an actor. Okay, I'm gonna go Carrie. That was probably the first horror movie. Well, not the first horror movie. It's the first horror movie that I saw in the theater. Okay, my sister took me to see that Carrie and the Reincarnation of Audrey Rose, a double feature, and that was like my first horror movie that I saw in the theater, which really made me really enjoy them and get my heart racing and everything else. And then also a movie, I'm gonna go Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. That's the first movie that I saw, Universal movie that I saw in my school. You had to pay 5 cents, not 5 cents, was it 5 cents or 35 cents after school? You see a horror movie, and I saw that one, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, and it made me fall in love with the Wolfman character, and let's start enjoying all the Universal horror movies. So I guess that would be my couple of films that inspired me. Okay, name 6 films in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna go Batman, Batman Begins, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight. That's it. There you go. I can do that. Okay, a movie that disappointed you. I'm gonna go with Dark Shadows. I was a big fan of the old TV show, and he even liked the remake that only lasted 1 season. But this movie, the one with Johnny Depp, it started out good, but the second half of the movie just kind of fell apart, and it just really disappointed me. And they have some of the actors from the original TV show Dark Shadows. You only see them for like a quick 20 seconds, and which was kind of pissed me off. Okay, but yeah, it is what it is. Most awkward moment in watching a film. Okay, I'm gonna go with when me and my friend we were watching this movie. I think because me and my friend who we used to go to the movies like practically every week when we worked at the same job. We used to go to movies like every week. It didn't matter what came out. We just went. No matter what, we just kept going to the movies every week. I think for like a period like a year, we just kept going. It was either every week or every other week. We kept going to movies. And I think there was a week when there was nothing really out that we wanted to see, but we wanted to go to movies anyway. So we went to see this movie called Guns. I think Patrick Stewart was in it. What's the guy's name? The Highlander. Can't think of his name. And Melvin Van Peebles. I can't think of the Highlander names. The guy. Christopher Lambert. That's his name. And the movie called Guns. It was just so awful. I mean, we were sitting there going, oh, I was sitting there going, this movie, oh, this is suck. And then I turned to my friend, and then he turned to me, and we just shook our heads, and then we just got up and walked out. Okay? That was just, ugh. That was just one of this. And actually, you know what? Screw that. That's not awkward. That's more embarrassing. An awkward moment, I guess, would be we were seeing. I forgot what movie it was, but there was a loud noise in the movie theater, and then all of a sudden there was like a rush, where the whole side of the theater moved to one side, and I got swept up in it. I didn't even get a chance to pick up my bag. We just got pushed to the side, and then the lights came on, and then they found out that somebody, I think they had some kind of cat gun or something, but that was just, it was awkward and scary because you know, like I said, I didn't even have a chance to react. Everybody just moved to the side, and by the time we realized what happened, you know, I was already off to the side. I literally got picked up and pushed to the side. Okay, so that was it, and that was, like I said, awkward and scary. Okay, a film you would like to see remade. I'm gonna go any of the. I'm a big Alex Cross fan. You know, the movies by the books by David Patterson. Has a character called Alex Cross, and then Abomination, that was the Tyler Perry movie that came out last year, and then the Morgan Freeman movies, The Two Kiss the Girls and Along Came a Spider. They're okay, but still, Morgan Freeman is too old for the character of Alex Cross. Alex Cross is supposed to be described in the books as a young Muhammad Ali type. That's how he's described. And I would like to see them do the character Alex Cross justice and get this time cast a young looking actor for the part and somebody that can actually act and get a decent script. Okay, and so any Alex Cross book they want to do, please do, and this time please get the casting right. Okay, I think before they were going to get Idris Elba to do Alex Cross, but for some reason I forgot the reason why he didn't do the part. I know one of the producers of Alex Cross now kept saying that Tyler Perry has international following and all this crap, but the movie sucked. Okay, so hopefully somebody will come along and cast the right actor and do the right story for the Alex Cross, you know, because he's just a great character, and the books are fantastic reads. Definitely can't recommend them high enough. I think there's about 11, 12 books, which I have some there, and I've showed in other videos. Okay, anyway, film that you wouldn't like to see remade. The best film the film that I think is the best film of all time, The Best Years of Our Lives. I think the movie is perfect the way it is. It doesn't need to be remade. It doesn't need to be touched. It won 7 Oscars. It's perfect the way it is. I love the actors in it. I love the story. Let it stay. Do not remake The Best Years of Our Lives. Okay, it's a classic for a reason. Okay, the worst film ever. I'm gonna say either the movie I talked about earlier, either Guns, because like I said, it got so awful we got up and walked out, or I'm gonna even say a movie that I walked out on my own. Now I was a big fan of Police Academy movies when they first came out. Watched the first couple, but I remember when I was in Turkey, stationed in Turkey, and I was in the Air Force. And I went to see Police Academy 6. Don't ask me why. Don't judge me. I went, and I was watching it, and after a while, I had got up and left. It was just that awful. The jokes weren't funny. It was just painful to sit there and watch, and I just got up and left. I just said, "That's enough." Okay, and I just got up and walked. Even though I think the movie, I think it was $2 to get in, but I still got up and walked. It was just that awful. Police Academy 6. So I don't know if that's the worst film ever, but it's probably the worst film that I've seen. That one or Guns. Because any movie, I think there's only 3 movies I ever walked out on. I think Guns, Police Academy 6, and a movie with Matthew McConaughey, Steve Zahn, and I think what's her name, Goldie Hawn's daughter, Kate Hudson. I think they were in the movies together. I'm not sure if she was in the movie or not. Maybe not. But Steve Zahn and Matthew McConaughey was in a movie. I just can't remember the name of it. But I got up, and me and my friend, we got up and walked out because the movie was that awful. Okay, if one person to recommend a film to, who would it be and why? I want to go a movie that I talked about earlier, a movie called Lucas, basically about starring Corey Haim, Kerry Green, and a young Charlie Sheen before he went nuts, and that's a story about growing up, and basically about the young guy Lucas, who's a 14-year-old who's collects bugs and stuff, and of course he's an outcast, and of course he meets this young girl who just moves there. She's 16 and she has a car and everything, and of course they become friends during the summer, and then when school starts things change. Of course he's still crushing on her and she starts crushing on somebody else. It's just a real good movie. I think the movie's made by David Seltzer. Anyway, it's a great coming of age movie and stuff, and really good performance. You have a young Winona Ryder is in it also, and I would recommend this movie to fellow YouTuber Ali Walker, who I think she would probably appreciate this movie. I don't think she's ever seen it, okay? Because she's a young fellow YouTuber. She probably never. I think this movie came out back in the '80s, so I don't know if she's ever seen it or not. But I would like her to see that movie, Ali Walker. Hopefully, I think it's on DVD. I think Lucas is on DVD. I have it. I taped it off cable. I have it on VHS, but I don't know if it's on. I don't think it's on Blu-ray yet, which it should be. Great movie. Okay, a film that fuck with your head. Okay, it's easy. Seven. Seven was such a ugh, 7 was such a mind effort, especially the ending. That about the 7 deadly sins, and then that ending, that it stayed with me. I remember walking out of most movies I go see, and I'll think about it later, and then I can move on to other things. But 7 actually stayed with me for a couple of days. I just because that ending just screwed my mind. That just and that stayed with me for a couple of days. So it's definitely 7. Okay, most messed up film that you have seen easily, Martyrs. Um, I saw this movie. Hold on. Mars. I saw this movie, the cover, while I was looking for something else, and the image just stuck to me, and I read what was it about, and then I had hem and hawed, and I finally ordered it, and then I watched it, and this movie is so messed up. The last 30 minutes of this movie is so horrific to watch. I said before in my review of this movie, I was literally squirming in my seat watching this. This movie is horrific, and that last 30 minutes is hard to get through. It's trust me, be forewarned if you're gonna ever watch this or if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, Martyrs. Ugh, even now, thinking about that, I don't think I'm gonna watch that again, not for a long time ever. Okay, now 11. Most annoying thing when watching a movie with someone, either in cinema or at home. When somebody asks me questions, usually you're watching a movie, and my friend had a bad habit of doing that. We used to go to movies. We watch a movie and it gets some plot point or something else. And he goes, "Is that the one that did this?" I'm trying to cut some movie. I said, really want to say, set the F, leave me alone. Watch it. Ain't you watching a movie? But, but that I think was the most annoying thing. When I'm watching a movie, I don't want to be questioned about the movie. If you're watching it with me, enjoy the movie and enjoy the experience. Don't ask questions in the middle of this. Okay? And a movie that changed your opinion. I'm gonna go with Gone Baby Gone. And what I mean by change my opinion, it changed my opinion on Ben Affleck as a talent, because I always thought Matt Damon was basically the more talented of the two. They did Good Will Hunting together and stuff, and they kind of grew up together. And I always thought that Matt Damon was just from his choices of films and stuff. You said, oh, Matt Damon is the smart one and the one that could act. But Ben Affleck with Gone Baby Gone proved that he was a decent director. And of course with The Town, now with Argo, which I haven't seen yet, I'm waiting for the Steelbook to come, and then when I watch it, I'm pretty sure from all the buzz it's going to be good. So I'm looking forward to that. But that movie, Gone Baby Gone, which I think was his first directorial debut, changed my opinion about him, because that movie was really good, Gone Baby Gone. Of course, The Town was great, and Argo was supposed to be really good, I heard. So that changed my opinion on him, Ben Affleck, as a talent, because I thought, because some of his movies just god awful. Okay, but this movie changed my opinion on him as a talent, because, like I said, he directed and then he wrote some of it, and it's just proved to me that he is as talented as Matt Damon. Which like I said, I used to always think Matt Damon was the brains behind those two, but now these movies prove to me that Ben Affleck is a decent talent. Okay, so hope you like my answers, Rossi Boy. Okay, thank you for coming up with this movie tag number 2. Okay, so let me know what you think of my choices. Feel free to leave the comments down below. And this is Trey Passer saying so long and take care.